It's Wellness Wednesdays with Dr. Nancy, providing helpful tips on how to live your best life now. Hello, everyone. Happy Wellness Wednesday. Welcome back to another fantastic episode today on helpful tips on how to live your best life now. And remember, for all you viewers and listeners that may not be able to chime in on the live feed here, you can get out your smartphone and text DRNANCY to 26786, and you will be able to binge watch on demand all of the Wellness Wednesdays episodes and so much more. So today will not disappoint. Today we are talking about exercise and functional medicine and how important those two tend to go together. And our expert guest today is Margarita Rielo. Did I say that?
Rielo, yep.
Rielo. And Margarita is the co-founder of Bell Fitness. It was founded in 2014. And I'm going to ask her what her story was that inspired her to create this fitness. But let me just also tell you that she's an expert in her field. And when I tell you she's got the credentials to back up what she's going to talk about today, she and I, let me just give you a little bit of information. She's a certified personal trainer, a nutritional coach, and functional anti-aging coach. And then she's created this pain-free performance specialist, PPSC.
It's a certification too, yeah.
It's a certification also. Mm-hmm. So, Margarita, we're going to delve right into, helpful tips on how to live your best life and how it does not have to be painful. I love that motto as well, and how easy it is to incorporate into your life.
That's correct. Thank you so much for the wonderful introduction. I am so honored to be here today. And absolutely, when people think of exercise, they think about injuries, they think about sweating, they think about pain. Sweating and some pain come with it. But it doesn't have to be a painful process, or especially like a hurtful, injuries. Unfortunately, it's sad that fitness is connected to injuries. So perfect example, when sometimes people say, I don't squat anymore. I'm like, oh, you don't squat? Well, when you go to the restroom, you squat. If you drop something on the floor, you squat. So actually, squat is an exercise. Actually, you use it every day. That's what functional fitness, that's what it is. Working on movement that can improve your quality of life because you do them anyway. But learning how to do it properly, absolutely, engage in all your muscles. But there is so many movements that we don't realize we do daily, and we need to keep them going. That way we can live longer and better and pain-free. So that's the goal for this.
Well, that's, absolutely correct. And, as we become wiser in life and just in general, flexibility is so important to your lifestyle. I often equate flexibility to life. The more flexible you are, the longer you're going to live. But Margarita, before we kind of delve into those helpful tips on, how people can live their best life now, because, there's no excuse. You don't have to wait till tomorrow. You can start like today. Yes. What, inspired you to create your own fitness facility?
That's a great question. So go back to 2014. Bell Fitness used to be Fit Body Bootcamp. We used to be part of a franchise. So both me and my husband shared this passion for fitness. I worked actually in the restaurant business before. I was a server, a bartender, a hostess. So I realized, what I do? I work in the people industry. Like, I love people and I love helping people. And so, connecting the passion with fitness and the love to helping others, that's what we decided to do. We had experience in fitness, but not very much in the business. So it was something new, and we just kind of like dive in. We actually opened the gym with 0 members. I like to tell the story because, sometimes we think we have to do everything perfect. We have to have all our ducks in a row. Do I recommend to do that? Probably not. But we're here 10 years later. So very grateful for it. Made it through COVID. Yay. I think the important key is to continue to evolve, continue to understand, pivot when problem comes on the way. And again, keep your, it's a business that you have to be truly passionate. I always tell that to people. We're not in this business to make money or be rich. You're in the business because you love it, and it's, it's very rewarding, to be able to see people, improving their quality of lifestyle.
It's such a common theme in the entrepreneurial journey when you're walking in your purpose and you're
Hmm.
passionate about what it is that you do. You said so many great things in that last statement about, your backstory and how and why you created the fitness, organization facility that you're at. And you're right. It doesn't take a lot of money to do. And you don't have to have plan A through Z.
Yeah.
You just have to start where you are, right?
Yes.
And you had the passion working in hospitality, and then you also, had the credentials in the fitness part, but the business part was something that, it came to
Yeah.
you. And you did say the right one of the things that you said, hey, listen, maybe take a business course, or maybe have more knowledge about business, but listen,
Yes.
when you walk in your passion and you step outside your comfort zone and you believe in the universe that's telling you to do all that, everything else certainly will follow. So having great mentors along the way as well. Of course, you're
Yes.
going to have pitfalls, ups and downs,
Yeah.
and your business survived the pandemic. So obviously you're doing something right, and you're standing 10 years later with members. So
Yeah.
honestly, it's an inspirational story that just tell people that never give up, believe in yourself, start where you are, and the rest will follow.
Yeah. And you can apply that in your fitness journey, in a smaller scale. Exactly. Like, people think they need new clothes, they need the latest equipment, they need, all this stuff. I'm like, no, you can literally work out in your house. You can literally start by just walking more. You can really start from small steps, and you don't have to try to get it all at once.
That's
So,
good. So from a functional medicine standpoint, Dr. Nancy's integrative medicine, you really touched on a really great point too. Image and all these thoughts go to your head because are going on inside your head, and what are people thinking about me? How am I looking when I am working out? No, no, no. But starting walking, getting fresh air, grounding
yes.
yourself, getting vitamin C, that really improves your psyche. It improves your circulation, your energy levels as well. And then, when you increase your metabolism through exercise and getting your heart rate up, it decreases the chances of diabetes and high blood
Yes.
pressure and atherosclerosis and plaquing of your arteries, right? So movement is certainly important, and I love that you incorporate functional medicine or a functional anti-aging, which is
Hmm.
a type of certificate in the nutrition with it, because you're looking at the whole person and not just that one thing. Some people may want to come in and drop 5 pounds because of the summer's coming, but it's so much more than that, because it's about a
Yes.
lifestyle and it's about maintaining that process. And so it's a little bit of a journey. We found out that, as we become wiser in life, dropping 5 pounds is not just like a weekend kind of event. It will take time. And so
Yes.
a mindset is another thing. So when you're coaching, you're motivating, you're mentoring, you're instructing and you're guiding, all of that really incorporates into the holistic wellness journey.
And I love what you said, and that's how I feel about functional medicine. That's why we connect so well, because like, you have to look at the full approach. So with fitness, we take like nutrition; it's part of it. You can't just focus on fitness. Sometimes people say, "Oh, I'm just start by working out, and then I worry about my diet." I'm like, no, they need to go hand to hand. Same thing with functional medicine. If you have like an injury and thing, often it's much deeper than just like a small injury. It's so much more. There's so many more layers. So I love the holistic approach, and that's why I always recommend my clients to see a functional medicine doctor, because I love how the listening process, they find out what is under. And same thing with fitness. A lot of time, and you can vouch to this because you say great advice. So I'm like, listen to doctor, guys. If you don't want to listen to me, listen to Dr. Nancy. But you mentioned like the walking, the vitamin D, the sun, but also resting, sleeping. Sometimes people wonder why they can lose weight, and I'm like, if maybe you sleep 4 hours a day, your cortisol level are like to the roof. It's not going to happen, right? So there's so much more in there. You have to look at the bigger picture.
Well, that's exactly right. So,
Yeah.
experts in their field of industry providing information that's impactful, that's informative, that allows individuals to be given that information to make more informed decisions about their lifestyle journey. So, that's very important. I mean, you spoke of an injury, right? So, an injury requires not just a band aid fix, but it does require rest and it requires nutrients, right? You need
Mm-hmm.
magnesium. You need all of these micronutrients and trace minerals. And so, where do you get that? You get that from your diet. So, if you're eating high, ultra processed foods that are loaded in, that imbalance of omega 6 compared to the omega 3, you have increased inflammation, you have decreased healing. And then, if you're not resting your body, your cells are not healing. And then, not to mention the amount of hydration and the type of hydration that you get, right? So simple things just like spring water, but sprinkling in some Celtic salt or Himalayan salt will give you tons and tons of trace minerals in addition to just drinking water. We call it living water as well, different types of water that's going to give your body nutrients. So, we do say that, listen, this is a platform that is to empower and inform individuals on helpful tips on how to live their best life through individuals that are experts in their field of industry. So it's very important that you seek out the right information. So just Googling it is not always enough, right? You need to take the time to set aside some time with a professional that can give
Yes.
you and guide you in the right direction. Just like protein, right? Margarita, the amount of protein that a person needs in a day is typically whatever your body weight is the amount of protein that your body is going to need in grams per day. And then water, you need 6 to 8 ounces of water a day, or half your body weight in ounces in a 24-hour period. Okay, but then that's just the bare minimum of what you need, because if you're working in the elements that's hot, or you're doing other things that's allowing your body to perspire, you're going to need to increase those demands. And then lastly, cortisol. Cortisol is not always your friend. And so working with a functional anti-aging functional coach, a certified personal trainer such as yourself, Margarita, will give the person the right advice on what types of exercises based on their body type, their age as well. And then, it's so important to have yearly medical checkups too for basic blood work. Depending on your age, we may need to check your hormones as well, because it's just some of the subtle differences that may be deficient in your body that's allowing you to not obtain that optimal fitness level that you want and desire.
You really touched some great points here, because everybody's different. So when people think about a diet, right, that's like such a taboo word. It's like diet. No, don't think about a restriction. Think about what your body need. Like you say, based on your needs, and we are all different. There might be a certain type of nutrition works better for me, and another one that works better for you, and another, and same thing with the workout. There is no one size fits all. So it's very important that you find out what works for you. Hormonal health, sometimes clients get frustrated, they not getting the results, and I'm like, did you check your hormones? And then they see a doctor such yourself, they can help them to do a bigger panel, look at the bigger picture, and really find out that there is underlying condition that need to be taken care of. And that's why they're working out, they're eating healthy, why the results are not happening. Like I say, the picture is so big, and that's why you can never compare yourself to other people. I have people like, oh, my sister was doing keto, I'm going to try keto, it works so good for her. But you and your sister are two different people.
That's
Some have
true.
the same genetic, right? But at the same time, you can have two completely different body types, and different lifestyle, different. So you can't just, I always say, do not get stuck on one thing. Try to find what works for you. Sometimes it is a trial and error, unfortunately, and that's where people get frustrated. Everybody just want the right answer right away. They want to get the results right away. But unfortunately, you have to, figure it out through
That's
trial and
it.
errors. So,
So, Margarita, based on your blood type too, will determine, what your body, metabolizes and utilizes
mhm.
most efficiently as well. So I just highly encourage individuals to seek out advice of professionals that are in that industry to guide you. And you're right. When one thing doesn't work, don't give up, don't get stuck, because we're all individually different. So I do
Mhm.
want to ask you, Margarita, how does individuals connect with you if they're interested in any of your services? And let's talk about your services. Yes, let's do that.
Sounds great. So if you want to connect with me, you can go on Instagram at BelleFitnessAZ, Facebook at BelleFitnessAZ, YouTube at BelleFitnessAZ, just to keep it simple. Our website, BelleFitnessAZ.com, and our services. So what we offer is we have a couple services, our signature 30 minutes workouts that combine functional strength, high intensity, and strength. So what happened is by combining all this, you get the best of all the worlds. And only 30 minutes, sometimes people say, does it really work for me? Yes, because we combine very short breaks. So your body can really go at that max intensity for between 16 to 20 minutes. So you can really push yourself for like an hour, unless you're a professional athletes, right? But let's say average person, their 40s, 50s, that's your max amount of time that you can really push your body. Now, of course, you really have to push it to your max in that time to get the results. Um, but the main excuse that people has is they don't have time to work out. So this 30 minutes can fit in your schedule easy. We also offer personal training because we understand that some people prefer more like the one-on-one approach and they have different needs. And our favorite program is probably lately has been our semi-private, where you get the best of both worlds, because you still get to work with a group of people, but you still get individualized workouts. So it's like having a personal trainer, but at a cheaper rate, and also you get the camaraderie of the group. So I think that's really a great way to get your goal. And it's, of course, with nutrition, we provide, we help you break down your macros, understand what macros are. We have an in-body, do your body scan. Some people don't even know what their muscle mass or their body fat percentage is. They just focus on the weight, and so you don't get the full picture. So yeah, so that's how you get in touch with us. Either email us, go on our website, text us, call us, and I will post all the information. I will give Dr. Nancy all the information to post down there.
Great. So
Thank you.
post, yeah, of course, Margarita. So post live stream, all of the information to contact Belle Fitness AZ will be in the description box of YouTube, of Dr. Nancy's Integrative YouTube. Now, mind you, we are live streaming simultaneously on 3 platforms today. LinkedIn, Dr. Nancy Gaines Dillard, LinkedIn's page, Dr. Nancy's Integrative Medicine Facebook page, Dr. Nancy's Integrative Medicine YouTube page. So all of that information will be available post the live stream. And so, Margarita, you touched on a couple of different things too, because a lot of people think they need to drop weight, but when you've got this body scan, you're dropping inches and you're looking better, you're fitting better in the clothes, but sometimes the scale doesn't always reflect what what's happening, right? So again, I can't stress enough to all of you individuals to connect with individuals that are experts in their field that can really look at you in a holistic way. So not just from the physical standpoint, but from the nutritional standpoint. And then, of course, from the inspiration motivational, so the mental standpoint too, as well, because you're going to need some cheerleaders to, cheer you on. And, but it starts with you first, right? So if you believe you can, you will. And if you think you can't, you won't. And I love the idea of the intensity, Margarita. You talked about intensity and 30-minute workouts. And as we become wiser, and in general, research says that you don't have to do something prolonged for an hour and a half. And in fact, you stress the body a little bit more, because then the cortisol levels go up and then you defeat the purpose of what you're trying to do. So it's these bursts of intensity workouts and movements that really shock your body's metabolism into doing what it is that you wanted to do, right?
Yep.
So I want to also ask you, is your gym like for families as well, men and women and children? And then is there an opportunity for virtual classes too?
So you asked some great questions. So our gym, it is for men and women. It is a co-ed. We have some time, we did had in the past many kids specific program. Our age to join is 16. So anybody, if they want to join, they have to be 16 for the adult classes. But we do bring youth classes before, and I love those classes. It's so fun to work with kids, but not in our regular sessions. We do not offer a childcare, so that I know for some people this might be an issue. And we do offer family packages. Unfortunately, at this time, I have not offered any virtual classes, but I would love to offer anyone a free session and come and join us for a class at Bell Fitness. I do offer nutrition virtually, so we can do, over the phone, on Zoom. Nutrition I can do, but the classes, no, you got to come in to get a full experience.
Good, 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 good. So I recommend that, all that are listening and feel as though, they could use some in additional advice on nutrition to reach out and schedule a virtual or in-person consultation with Margarita. And then, you get a complimentary group class that she's offering as well. So it doesn't get much better than that, everyone. It does not get much better than that. And then lastly, I was going to ask you about an offer and you just made that. Where are you located in the Valley?
That's great. So we are in Litchfield Park, on the corner of Litchfield and Camelback in the West Valley, close to Luke Air Force Base. So if you live on the east side or on or central Phoenix, I know it's a little bit of a drive, but if you're ever on the side of town, we'll love for you to join us. Like I say, I'd love to host you for a free session. Just reach out to us. And we have different packages available. So maybe you work here, but you live there, we have, just reach out and we can share with you all the different options that we have.
Very good. Two more questions before we go, Margarita. And your organization, the gym's hours of operation. And then lastly, I know that you work with the community and you do some community work with regard to your, functional movement, exercise. Tell us a little bit about that as well.
Absolutely. We start as early as 5:15 because, you got to get your workout in before. I think that's the best time, to be honest, to exercise before you start your day. So there's no excuses there. Our last session is at 6 p.m. We do work only during the time that we have the session. So if you stop in and the door is locked, don't hesitate to reach out to us. We are open. We're just not there during this time. As far as the community, we love our community. We believe that's one of the big reasons why we made it through COVID and we are still here. We have an amazing community. So I love to give back to our community. I did a free nutrition class at the Phoenix Nourish that ended up not being like very popular today. So it just end up, helping there, which is an amazing place to volunteer. They do great things, but we do community give back. So we did a food race for them. We did actually, we do something every year called burpees for turkeys. Everybody likes this. And so what happened is, since we give burpees during the year, this is the time for the client to make the trainers do the burpee. And for each dollar donation, they pick a trainer to do a burpee. And every year we pick a charity to give the money to. So that's a great way to raise money, keep us in shape during the holidays. But yeah, we love our community and we love to, give back. We did Easter egg workout at the park for free. Like just anything we can do to give back our community, because we are so grateful for it. We believe that behind every successful business, there is a great community. So
I totally agree, Margarita, because, community is everything. And when you're small business, you do need to get to know what your community is doing and how you can be a part of that. And volunteering is like the best way to do that. And also, I read something the other day in a feed was, when you volunteer within your community, it's a form of networking so that people get know who you are and they get to patronize your business as well.
It is, it is. And it feels so good to, give back to the community that gives so much to us. So it's a great way. Thank you so
Awesome.
much for all this amazing interview. I'm very grateful.
Well, listen, I'm grateful to be able to have this platform to talk with other individuals that are experts in their field of industry, how they're impacting their community. And it's such a great honor for me as well. So, when it's right, when the gratitude goes both ways. So I'm
Yes,
excited and loved that you agreed to come on. And
absolutely.
Margarita, are there any last kind of things or, a statement or saying that you'd like to leave the viewers and listeners, with today?
Well, I would like to tell everybody that if you are waiting until Monday to start your fitness journey, start today, start small, like we say. The weather, it cannot be more beautiful in Arizona right now. So take advantage of this weather while it lasts. Go outside, go for a hike, go for a walk, take your dogs for a walk, take all your family on a walk with you because, if you can get your family on board, remember, if you're a parent, your kids are watching you. So I like to say, you need to lead by example, and if you do it together with your husband, your partner, this is a great way to stay fit together, and even make the relationship stronger. So start today. Don't be afraid. Start small, and of course, reach out to me and Dr. Nancy. We always love to answer to any question and help you.
That's absolutely right. And, so obesity is an epidemic in this country, and you don't have to psych yourself out and get too far ahead of yourself because it's a journey. It's a
Yeah.
marathon. This is not a race. And Margarita, you are absolutely right. It's baby steps. I mean, even to maybe parking maybe a distance out when you're walking into your establishment or wherever you're going to be going, you are intentional about increasing your activity, because when you do that, you're increasing your endurance. And then when you're increasing your endurance, you feel those endorphins and you feel confident about what you're doing. And so the muscles do remember, and you will get better, but you've got to start. So thank you
Yes.
for saying that and encouraging others that it's never too late, and why wait when you can start today.
Absolutely. And bring your cart back. That's the other thing I tell people when I see carts all over the place. That's a great way to exercise. Bring your cart back. Park a little further. I love that you said that. We're so used to just to get everything so close. So find ways to get a little bit uncomfortable, in a way, but it will pay off in the long run. So
In the long run. Well, listen, that concludes our episode of Wellness Wednesday for today. Thank you all for listening. And if you have any questions for myself or Margarita, please don't hesitate to DM us. There's various ways to connect with us. We want to say to enjoy the rest of your week, and we'll be back next week for more on Wellness Wednesday. Bye for now.
thank you. Bye.